Our first guests are approaching their 20th year together. They're here tonight with their annual Oscar Roundup. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome America's sweethearts, Siskel and Ebert. That's somebody in the audience gave me a shirt from his brother. That's mine. I'll take that if you don't mind.
Yes.
Thank you very much. But it was nice of you to press it for us.
Oh.
Hey, Arnie, a pretty good zinger. Yeah. You guys have been together for 20 years.
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah. How did you get together? Have we covered that before? How did you begin as a team together?
It's...
No, wouldn't that be something if we had that?
Yeah, wouldn't it? The Chicago newspapers, competing newspapers, Sun-Times Tribune.
Right.
They decided to have a weekly review of the arts, start with movies. They put us together, and they haven't been able to separate us.
Now, this has been a very, very profitable thing, not only for those people.
Tremendously profitable.
It turns you guys into multimillionaires.
That's correct.
You guys are very, very wealthy.
Yeah. A pittance compared to
How do you get along with the people that you work with? Does the staff have a favorite of the two?
Yes, I'm the favorite.
Yes, the staff really spends most of its time complaining to me about Gene.
Yeah.
And
What kind of things do they complain about?
They don't want to talk to you about you, that's for sure.
Ooh, yeah, sure.
I only go into the office one day a week. He's in there every day.
And on that day, we have to have the staff drug tested. You know why? They all complain. No, they all complain they're seeing double.
Oh, please. Let's get to the big Academy Award nominations came out on Tuesday, and I know you guys are upset about in the category Best Documentary.
Hoop Dreams.
Hoop Dreams was overlooked.
Yes, this was a real surprising development because this movie is clearly the best documentary of the year and the best documentary in America in a long time.
You know what I was thinking about? I watched this film, and it took them like 4 or 5 years. They followed these kids from high school to college.
Roger said it was a surprise, but it actually isn't a surprise.
Not a surprise to you.
The documentary branch consistently rejects the film that has reached an audience or reached critical approval. They seem to be envious of the success of pictures that achieve that, and they penalize them, and they promote lesser pictures.
Is that right?
And, for example, The Thin Blue Line, Roger and Me, Shoah.
28 Up.
These are the pictures that documentaries, and they nominate some good films, but not at this level. Another one that they didn't nominate, and one you'd like, is Crumb, about the underground cartoonist Robert Crumb.
Oh, yes.
And it's coming up in April. Twisted, brave movie making, they can't reward
One good thing that has happened this year because of the outcry all over the country about Hoop Dreams is that Arthur Hiller, the president of the Academy, has promised an investigation and some kind of reform of the procedure by which the documentaries are nominated, because it really is
It's compelling to watch. It's a great story.
It's a great story.
Yes,
and I guess we know how those kids turned out. One of them is still, I believe, at Marquette.
That's
They're
correct.
both
And
still
another
in
one is
school.
still in Arkansas.
Right.
Yeah.
And the update on the one that's at Marquette, he's having his second child already, and he says he'll never leave and forget his neighborhood in Chicago, the Cabrini Green Housing Project.
Now, you know, it's interesting to me that these guys had that camera crew in their lives for like 5 or 6 years, and to what extent was that a factor? You know,
I think they got so accustomed to the camera crew that they forgot about it, according to the people who made the film, and they were there day after day, early in the morning. At 6 o'clock in the morning, these kids are taking the train out to the suburbs to this school where they were part of the basketball program. And if you look at this film, you realize a fiction film could never be this amazing because a writer wouldn't have the nerve to put in the amazing things that really do happen in these
Well,
lives.
I hope heads roll. I really do.
Well,
I hope
let's have a
somebody gets fired.
Let's have a write-in vote for Hoop Dreams.
Okay, let's get back into the more commercial mainstream motion pictures. Best Picture, Forrest Gump, 4 Weddings and a Funeral, Pulp Fiction, Quiz Show, The Shawshank Redemption. What do you think?
Probably be Gump as the winner.
Gump Mania. Don't you find that? Yes, the audience, I feel the audience is in the throes of Gump Mania here.
There may be a real strong movement for Pulp Fiction.
I hope so. I hope so. It's a better film, but the audience is older that votes.
That's right.
The average age is probably 55.
And generally speaking,
Pulp Fiction was very entertaining.
What the Academy tries to do is vote for a film that makes it seem as if they make these nice little films all year long.
Noble.
But generally, the Academy is what? Is older people?
Yes, older people. Older than you, older than the three of us, all of us.
Wow, really?
Yeah,
that's
that
old.
Yeah. And a lot of politics involved, is what you're saying as well.
If they have a picture with the star coming up in a couple of months, why wouldn't they want to see an Oscar winner featuring the next movie?
All right, Best Actor, Morgan Freeman, Tom Hanks, Nigel Hawthorne, Paul Newman, John Travolta.
Hanks or Newman?
Yeah.
Big battle.
Well,
That's
see,
the
now
most interesting
Tom
race of
Hanks
the years.
won last year, so what's your chance of winning this year? He's already
very
got
small.
one.
Nobody has done
Yeah.
that since Spencer Tracy in 1937 and
What
38.
about Sally Fields? Didn't she win 2 years in a row?
No.
She's not going to win this year.
Don't think so.
No.
Well,
She wasn't even nominated.
I think the category is Best Actor.
Yes,
Yeah.
that went into my thinking.
Yeah. No, it'd be nice. I like Tom Hanks really well.
Yeah.
Morgan Freeman, he was.
You also like
great in
Newman.
it.
Who are you going to be
Well,
rooting for?
it would be nice to see
Are you
both
going to the
of them.
awards this year?
No, I can't make it.
Yeah,
I'm
okay.
busy that night. And John Travolta. We have to do a commercial. Hang on.
Are you going to have Mujibar and Sirajul?
Yes.
Are they going
yes,
to read?
you took the words right out of my mouth.
Are they going to read the Academy rules?
We have to pause
Are
here
you
for.
going to have Larry Bud Melman
Yes.
as Oscar?
Yes,
Gold
that
Pay?
too. We'll be right back with Siskel and Ebert. Hey, how do you do, folks? Siskel and Ebert are here. Cheryl Crow,
Smart man.
Chico Shimone. So do you want to continue? Let's just go down here. We had Best Actress. Best Actress, Jodie Foster, Jessica Lange, Miranda Richardson, Winona Ryder, Susan Sarandon.
Good performance.
Winona
Yeah.
Ryder might be the dark horse in that category. It could be Jodie Foster, who looks like the favorite, but it might be...
She was Nell, you know. Jodie Foster, she was Nell.
Oh, she was Nell, yes.
It was an astonishing
Jodie Foster is
performance.
Nell, but it might be Jessica Lange.
Jessica Lange, Blue Sky, a picture that's 3 years old.
Yeah, it was one of those that wasn't released, and
If
then it was
people
released.
see it, they might like the performance.
That's right.
The question
And
is
they'll look
whether
at it
they'll
now
see it.
because she was nominated.
Yeah.
What do you guys do that night? Is that like a huge night for you
I'm
guys?
backstage with my trusty computer, writing a story about what happens.
you're right there
then
on
I go
location.
out, and in fact, I'm on television before, interviewing everybody who goes in. I hope I can get an exclusive with you, Dave.
I'm usually
again.
backstage trying to give...
I'll be very busy. I'll have my hands full that night.
Mujibar and Sergio, maybe they would stop by.
Excellent idea.
A few words to the folks at home? Good.
You know, Johnny Carson told me in a break one time the reason why he didn't stop doing the Oscar cast. It's because the network and the Academy would interfere with his sense of humor. You're going to push them aside, aren't you, Dave?
I am begging someone to interfere with my sense of humor. I have been asking, it's a cry for help. I've been asking for it for years and years. Now, what do we have here, this garment bag behind the chair?
Big announcement tonight. I'm not running for president. Roger isn't running for president, but a big announcement nonetheless. I am going to allow someone in America to buy at auction, June 28th here in New York at Christie's, the John Travolta suit. His career has come back. Why not give someone else a ride on the suit?
I cannot believe this.
Why? The Saturday Night Fever suit, one of the greatest icons in
Here
movie
it is
history.
right here.
We
How much
come
did you?
on,
how
we
is
come
it
on
that,
to talk about the Oscars, and you're trying to peddle your suit on television.
how is it that you have the suit
How
yourself?
crass can you get? What are you trying to do? Jack up the auction price or what?
That was a good idea.
You bought this originally at an auction. Is
I
that what
did. I
happened?
bought it at an auction, sold it at an auction. Yeah,
How much did you spend for it?
$2,000.
$2,000. And now, what do you
James
ask for?
Fonda had
What do you
bid
think this will go for?
$1,900.
$1,900.
And
You
I
outbid
outbid
her.
it, yeah.
And so what will it
This
go
is
for
not
now?
the original suit,
No,
David.
this is the original suit.
No,
Look,
it
it's-
isn't. He took it to the tailor shop and had the crotch taken.
Thank you very much. Anton, get ready.
You know what? Roger has the overalls that Haystacks Calhoun, the 600-pound wrestler, used to wear. He had the seat let out.
You know, Dave,
Now, how much?
incidentally-
Oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy.
Thank you.
Oh, my.
Look, it's inscribed, Dave. Would you read
That's
the
right. It
inscription?
says,
something? It's inscribed.
to Gene. So here's to a classic, your friend, John Travolta. So now, what do you think that will
Gene, could you
bring?
pass those over to Dave, please?
Oh, boy. What was
The,
that?
I have no
These
idea.
are the socks that he wore with the suit.
No, that's not
That's
true.
right, yes.
That's not true. What a good
I bought
And what do
them
you
at
think
an
that'll?
auction.
How much
That's
do you
true.
think that'll get at when
Those
you
are the
sell
actual
it?
socks.
Christie's is estimating this the same as they're also auctioning the Ten Commandments tablets. The sacred and the profane.
The Ten Commandments tablets?
Yes. This
They're-
is America.
they're-
This is the
they're
home
going up for
shopping
auction?
country.
So somebody could start their own religion now. They've got all the
Exactly.
equipment.
I think-
They're ready to go.
I think it's the same religion. It's already been established.
Yes, I know.
That was one of the founding
but a
blocks,
different
yeah.
version.
You got
but
it.
Now, and how much is that going to go for the fourth
it'll
time?
be in the six figures, sir.
It will not.
David, I will bet you dinner anywhere in any
So you
city
think
in
that
America.
that'll bring about $100,000 or so?
At least.
No, absolutely not. Clearly not. I would be surprised if somebody pays more than 10 grand for that. What are they going to do with it? What real value does it have, actually?
This is a movie icon. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, you guys are sick. You know that they paid 60 grand 10 years ago for the sled in Citizen Kane.
Citizen Kane and Saturday Night Fever are not the same exactly.
That's right. Dave.
Citizen Kane is a much better movie.
I agree. Today, Citizen Kane the sled would bring $1 million.
Right.
Somebody bought the Vivian Lee's Oscar for Gone with the Wind. They all look the same. You got to get up and close and look at the plaque for almost $600,000.
You know, at this rate, you want to sell yours to Dave.
That was Gone with the Wind. I'd be surprised if you get 10 out of that. Seriously.
Yeah.
Would you give me 9 right
now?
No,
I don't. I mean, honestly. Okay, so everything's set. Everything's good with you guys. Good luck with the big sale. Yeah. I'll see you out there on March. When the hell is it?
The 25th. Don't forget.
No, it's the 27th.
27th.
Yeah. Roger likes to get there a little early. The front of Roger gets there on the 25th. Right, the rest of Roger gets there on the 27th.
Ooh. Thank you, Gene. Thank you very much, Roger. Nice to see you.
Always a pleasure, Dave. Thank you.
We'll be right back, folks. The Chieftains and Ricky Skaggs and MTV Paul right over there with the CBS. You're making my optic nerve swell.
Oh, it's...
Man. By the way, Paul, I saw that last night. Did you folks see the Woody Allen film over there on Fox? It was the life story of Woody Allen and Mia Farrow. Did you see it? What a remarkable piece of work. And Paul, congratulations, you did a great job.
I wasn't going to say anything
Paul
about
Schaefer, ladies and gentlemen, in the Woody Allen movie last night on Fox. Here, now watch this. Let me roll. Go ahead and roll a little bit of this, Hal. Here he is, Paul Schaefer.
Woody, how can someone so funny be so cruel?
How? I'm a comic genius, that's how. Now let me finish my freaking chicken before Soon Yi gets here.
Nice, very nice, Paul.
About it,
a powerful piece of work.
It's more of a characterization than an impression.
And I predict you're going to get more parts from that.
You think?
I think you're going to get a lot of work from that.
Well, I didn't want to work for Woody anyway.
No, that's a fine piece of audition footage to have on your reel. Ladies and gentlemen, here in my right hand, I have a copy of tonight's Top 10 list. Let's go. Central Park and West. Yaddy-da-dee-da-dee-da-dee. Who sings that song?
That's Ian Hunter's
It's an old song, isn't it? Great, great rock and roll song. Perhaps the peppiest rock and roll song ever written about New York City. Well, don't you think?
Well,
you got a peppier one? Let's hear a peppier one.
New York, New York, a hell of a time. Maybe that's not so peppy.
Are you sure you're MTV, Paul? I guess not. Yeah. Am I MTV Dave?
Guess not.
What? We only paid for 15 minutes? Is that what happened? I could only be MTV Dave for 15 minutes? Things have gotten that bad here at the network? Oh, man, I'm heartbroken. The category, ladies and gentlemen, from the home office in Sioux City, Iowa, Top 10 Celebrity Nicknames for me, your host, Dave. Top 10 Celebrity Nicknames for me, Dave Letterman. Here we go. Number 10, Heather Locklear.
Weasel Boy.
Yeah. Number 9, ER's George Clooney.
Nurse Dave.
Number 8, Sybil Shepherd.
Bonehead.
Number 7, John Travolta.
Lucky.
Yeah. Number 6, Rosie O'Donnell.
David friggin' Letterman.
Number 5, Mary Tyler Moore.
Lou.
Yeah. Number 4, John Goodman.
Monkey Boy.
That's right. Number 3, Siskel and Ebert.
Gum.
Number 2, Senator Bob Dole.
Liberal media bubblehead.
Thank you very much. Proud of it. I'm an MTV liberal media bubblehead. And the number 1 celebrity nickname for me, Dave, here's Helen Hunt.
Cabin boy.
Yeah! Are we done playing MTV? Can we do the MTV anymore? Or are we done? We can do it now if we want to?
Yes.
Okay, well, let's just, no, we want to surprise people with it. Right. You're all poised and ready to go? Because you never know. At a second's notice, I may jump right into, it's me, and then it'll be me. Are you ready? For over 20 years, our first guest has starred as the beloved Lieutenant Columbo. I may go into it in a second. I could go right into it. I saw you leaving your post. I could. It's me, MTV Dave! Will someone bring me some Visine? Number 5, don't overdo it. Take it easy. Try to keep from moving around. This tip brought to you by the New York Mets. Number 4. Number 4, go for a swim in the Hudson River. You'll end up in a nice air-conditioned hospital. Number 3, keep your underpants in the crisper. This one is courtesy of Dan Rather. Well, thank you very much, Dan, for that. Thank you. That's... That man's got a couple of heads of chilled lettuce in his pants right this very minute. Number 2, get your own talk show. Set yourself up at a 42-degree theater. Or, you know, words to that effect. And the number 1 way to beat the heat, cool off an Ebert shadow. There you go. That's some kind of heat wave song. Was that Heat Wave? Was that the name of the heat wave?
Exactly.
Martha and the Vandellas?
Exactly.
That song's like 35, 36 years old or something, isn't it?
That's about right.
Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, for my money, there are no finer judges of film today than our first guests. This fall, they will begin their 20th season together. Please welcome the Siskel and Ebert of movies, Siskel and Ebert. Here we go. How about that? We're all dressed similarly. Isn't that cute?
Kind of cool this way, don't you think?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
How you boys doing?
Just great.
Yeah, I'm just kind of killing time till I take a seat. There we go.
Up.
All right, let's get right to it. What about this Hugh Grant situation? What the hell's going on there?
You know, his arrest actually affected the way I viewed the movie 9 Months.
9 months?
I'm watching 9 Months. It's supposed to be this light, breezy comedy. He's supposed to play a befuddled guy. He's blinking, you know, like some kind of innocent.
Yeah, worried about
and I'm thinking, this is the guy that had to have a hooker at 1 in the morning down on Sunset Boulevard. He's a gorgeous guy. He's involved with a gorgeous woman. And I'm thinking, this isn't any innocent, and I'm staring at him for about an hour and a half in this picture before he apologizes for his behavior in the film, where he's cheated on his girlfriend in the film, his wife in the film, and then I accepted him. But it really hurt the way I looked at the picture.
When you see Casablanca, does it depress you that all the people in it are dead?
Pretty good. That's pretty good. Nice going.
Point and match, I believe.
Yeah. Even a stop clock is right twice a day.
Is the movie any good? This 9 months thing?
Not particularly.
Yeah.
If he hadn't been arrested, we still would have given it thumbs down.
So you don't think this situation will hurt the box office?
Actually, the funny thing is, everybody wants to know if his arrest is going to affect the box office of the movie. I don't think it would have done all that well anyway.
Mm-hmm.
And so if it does at all well, you can probably say the scandal helped.
Yeah. You know, I'm just thinking, if people are tuning in right now, they're thinking, it's some kind of peculiar theme night on Letterman show. It's
Glenn Pladd days.
It's guys who buy their clothing on sale. It's just, they buy in volume.
The surplus machine.
And so, but, yeah, that's right. We had a guy... Well, that's not bad either.
Well, you know, it's not often that you can find a 3-for-1 that also includes my size.
Well, yeah, 4-for-1 perhaps. Yeah, there you go.
David.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, but taking the big picture of this thing, is this going to be a problem for Mr. Grant in the future? Or
you know what? His next picture he's coming out with is called An Awfully Big Adventure, and he plays a sort of a sinister theatrical director, and I bought him in that character because he was hardly an innocent in that film. So he's going to act his way out of this problem. He's an excellent actor, and he'll act his way out of it.
But you know, big-time movie stars are always doing strange things, and sometimes they include arrests, sometimes they include illegal activities.
Is this the strangest, though, that you've ever heard of?
No, I think all kinds of people do strange things.
Pee Wee Herman comes to mind.
You think that's stranger? That's stranger than what Hugh Grant did?
Well, yeah, kind of. Well, I mean,
what do you think? Wait a minute. What do you think?
Well, what do you think? But I was screaming at him. I don't know. We're screaming at the poor guy.
You think actually that Pee Wee Herman's behavior is much more understandable to you, right? Than Hugh Grant's is.
I'm saying that Hugh Grant took a bigger risk.
No, wait a minute. As I recall, Pee Wee
Herman apologized, and he's still not back on the air.
He decided they were both after the same thing, more or less.
You got it. You're absolutely right.
One of them decided to go in and take care of it in a theater.
Right.
One decided, I'll just wait out here in the car. You know, I mean,
what is the lesson that we can learn from this?
I just think that somehow the first one, going into the theater, well, you know, just to make yourself at home, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, I think that's a little more peculiar than the other.
Probably not in that theater, Dave.
I guess you would know, Gene. It's the suits, ladies and gentlemen. It's the suits. Now, Apollo 13, this thing turned out to live up to everything that it should have lived up to.
It's a wonderful picture. It's a really good picture. And the amazing thing is, people who have seen it cannot believe that all of that space stuff was really done for this movie. There's no documentary footage. The liftoff of Apollo 13 looks exactly like the documentaries we've seen.
Yeah, but it's all computers. They didn't shoot up
animation,
special rockets.
it's done with
for the
models,
film.
It's done with special effects. It is superb. That is a definite Academy Award.
Yeah. And Ron Howard can direct it.
He can direct.
Yeah. Now, he's still not Opie, is he?
He changed.
He never was, Dave. He was only an actor.
Oh, I know. Yeah.
And he wasn't dead when he made the film, the TV show. The great thing about it to me is that it was a film about cooperation.
Right.
And most American movies in the last 2 decades have been about individuals trying to accomplish something. Here we saw teamwork, and I think that's kind of refreshing.
So as I recall, the last big-budget, big-time space movie based on a true story was more or less The Right Stuff.
The Right Stuff, which didn't make it at the box office. No, I'm really glad this one is. Oh, it's actually a better film. It was a better film than Apollo 13.
I think it was a more serious, cynical kind of picture.
Okay, me and the kids now have to hurry backstage to change. And we're going to do a commercial. We'll be right back with Siskel and Ebert. show. My name's Glenn Platt, and these are my buddies. Claire Danes is here. White Zombie is also here. Are you guys scared about White Zombie?
A little bit.
You got to be a little scared of White Zombie. Now, I have one movie thing to cover with you guys, and then let's get on to this other matter, which, by the way, impressed the hell out of me. I'll say right off the top here, I was very impressed about this. Your little suit deal. You bought, like John Travolta's white dancing suit.
$2,000. I bought it for $2,000 17 years ago.
Right, at some kind of charity function.
Exactly right.
And so it's recently sold at an auction at Christie's here in New York City. How much?
$145,500.
Well, that, you know, that's 2 pairs of pants, and I think it's a vest with that.
Vest
too.
and a shirt.
So it's not a bad deal when you consider there are. Oh, never mind.
But Dave, at that show, you and I made a bet.
Yeah, it was not really a bet. But anyway,
the bet was...
Now, does the profit from the resale, the money from the resale, does that go to charity as well?
I remember that bet. I remember that bet, Dave.
The Will Siskel Scholarship Fund.
No, I never signed off on that. You can't prove it. It wasn't notarized.
Dinner for 2 anywhere in the United States.
Show me the paperwork.
Dinner for 2 anywhere in the United States.
I didn't agree to it. If I'd agreed to it, you'd be dining now.
That's what you said. If it made more than $10,000, you would take him for dinner anywhere in the United States.
I said that?
Yes.
Are you going to go?
I selected the place.
Where are we going to go? Where are we going to go? Come on, tell me.
My wife and I will go, and you don't have to go with me if you don't want to. No, we'll go.
Wait, boy, does that suck? Wait a minute.
All right,
I got to pay, and I don't get to go.
All right, you and me.
That's some deal,
you and me.
buddy.
I've got the place.
Where?
The White House.
The White House. Oh, yeah, they're going to want me at the White House.
Let's do it.
Well, now, who pays for that?
We'll pay.
The taxpayers will pick it up. Yeah,
you know, Dave, unlike a lot of people, I don't sell my used clothing. I give it away.
What do you think it would bring?
You give your...
We'll find that out right now. I'm going to give away a suit on this show tonight. Right here, right now. I think you have it right there, yes. This is not going for auction. This is a tuxedo. It has been to the Cannes Film Festival 6 times. It has been to the Academy Awards. It has been to the Academy Awards 6 times. It's been to my wedding. And Dave, let me ask you something. Dave?
Whoa!
Dave?
Wow.
Dave?
Do we have campers in the audience? I'm sorry. I don't know what brings that out of me.
What would you rather have, Dave? A suit that John Travolta had danced in or a suit that Madonna has set on?
Whoa! Well, I have the latter, so I don't much care. So, Roger, you're going to actually give this...
You can give it away.
All right,
yes.
I'll leave it to you, sir. It's your choice. How about a little suit giving away music? Go ahead, Roger.
Okay.
I'm telling you, everybody is very excited. Everybody is very busy because now I have guessed the combined weight of Siskel and Ebert. And these guys, the troopers that the is are, have agreed. Is that right, boys? You're going to hop on a scale. We don't need to reveal the individual weights. You understand? We're just looking for a combined total. So no one will be embarrassed here. I have made my prediction. It's on this card right here. We'll put these guys on the scales and then, wow. That's not a bad idea.
Back here.
Our first guests are perhaps the 2 most popular film critics on the planet. Anybody else? Anybody else come close? What about Rex Reed? Is he still in business? What about Pauline Kael? Is she still working?
Not as a film critic.
Yeah, all right. Okay.
She's not 2.
She's what?
She's not 2 film critics.
Yeah, okay.
The most popular pair.
Well, popular pair, sure, all right. This is their 20th year together. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome America's Valentine, Gene Siskel and Roger Ebert. boys.
Hello, Dave.
Nice to see you.
Nice to see you.
Yeah, you know what we're going to do. You know the drill. I've written down here my prediction for the combined weight, and then you guys will hop on the scale.
Can we predict as well?
Yeah, you can predict, sure. Anything you want.
you go right ahead, Gene. You're the man.
Hey, good. You're the man. No, you the man. How can he possibly be the man when you the man?
We know that he's not the man.
So, let's wait. We'll allow this tension to kind of bubble, the suspense, the anticipation of this moment. Let's talk about the Academy Awards. I know for a fact because a couple of months ago I'm on an airplane and I see this movie Rob Roy with Liam Neeson. I said to myself and my seatmates and the flight attendants, I said, well, there's your winner right there, that Liam Neeson, Rob Roy.
The hero of an action picture never gets nominated. Stallone, Schwarzenegger, Bruce Willis. Well, the villain will get nominated, and he was. Tim Roth was nominated.
Right.
He did a great job.
Yeah, he did a great job.
But the straight guy never gets nominated.
Liam Neeson did a great job.
He did a terrific, and Jessica Lange as his wife.
Excellent.
Wasn't she good?
And didn't you think that was a good movie?
Very good movie.
And so it was just completely. So now,
best sword fight in motion picture history.
It's,
Did you agree?
It's a captivating story,
Yes,
and I'm telling you, it just got you on the edge of your seat. And so because that wasn't nominated, I know the whole thing is hooey. I know the whole damn thing is hooey.
I'll tell you how hooey it is.
It took you a long time to catch on, didn't it?
Well, because I thought I had this one nailed. I said to myself, there's an Academy Award-winning performance if I've ever seen
Here's some more hooey.
Yeah.
Dead Man Walking and Leaving Las Vegas. Two superb American films, neither one nominated as Best Picture.
Yeah.
The actors were nominated, but that's the actors' branch, which only accounts for a quarter of the membership. 3/4 of the people I don't even think saw the pictures.
What's the deal with these people who vote? What is the deal with these people who vote?
They're scared to death right now because it's an election year, and everybody in all the primaries have been attacking Hollywood for sex and violence.
Sure.
And so what can you do?
Yeah.
You nominate a cute little pig and an actor who died in order to make his sweet little film. I mean, you know, what could be nicer than that?
But you know who's going to win is that Sharon Stone.
No, she won't.
No, she will. She will.
She will not win.
No, I'll tell you what.
You don't pay off your bets.
I'll tell you what.
It will be.
Don't say that to me.
Susan Sarandon.
Susan Sarandon was
will
great.
win.
Did you see that
win.
movie?
I guarantee it.
Yes. She was great in that film.
This is her 5th nomination. The time is right. She'll win.
Here's Hollywood. These people in Hollywood. Every now and then, it's all cyclical, they like to reward the bad girl. The bad girl has come home. The woman who exposed herself.
Well, then Elizabeth Shue could win in that case.
No, because she doesn't have the history of being the bad girl as Sharon Stone.
She hasn't been bad as long.
Exactly.
Dave,
or
would
as
it be
bad.
wrong for me to question your knowledge of the Oscars?
No, go. I know all I need to know. Believe me.
You know,
this thing stinks. Let's go.
You should host sometime.
Let's
You'd make a
change
great
the
host. You would be great. You're the quickest wit in America. You host sometime, you'll be fabulous.
Huh? Dave Gene. Gene Dave.
Yeah. Best Picture, Apollo 13. What do you think? It's an astronaut movie.
No, it won't win.
Don't think so?
No.
Babe.
Sense and Sensibility won't win.
No, it won't win. It's going to be an upset this year.
Braveheart
it's going to be either Babe or Il Postino.
Are the three of us talking all together at the same time?
Sense and Sensibility.
The three of us are all talking simultaneously, aren't we? That's what I thought.
It'll be Sense and Sensibility because they'll go for a nice, respectable British Jane Austen
I got no
picture.
problem.
More hooey.
They like to vote for the kind of film they like to pretend that they make all year.
What about Il Postino?
Well, it was a sweet
nice
little
It's
film.
about a mailman or something.
Exactly.
Guy
A poet.
goes
And a
nuts with a
poet,
gun,
yeah.
shoots people.
Exactly
Yeah.
right. Bruce Willis starred in that.
Exactly, sure. All right, Best Director, Chris Noonan. He directed The Babe there.
Yeah.
Mel Gibson,
Could be.
Braveheart. Now, is Braveheart good?
Braveheart is very
Yeah, I heard it was
good.
pretty good.
I think the reason that actors get nominated for directing is that everyone's surprised when they direct. When a good director directs,
That's just hooey.
It is all hooey.
It's all hooey. It's hooey, damn it! Mike Figgis leaving Las Vegas. What do you think there? Michael
wonderful
Radford,
job.
Postman?
That's
Yeah,
a
the
beautiful
best
love
picture of the
story.
year.
Okay,
That was the
here
best
we go.
picture of the
Nicolas
year.
Cage, what do you think? You get a shot there?
He is
I
going
like
to win.
this guy. I
I
like
guarantee
this. It's about time he won something.
He will definitely win. He takes more risks than any other
Richard
American
Dreyfuss,
actor.
I don't think will win because I think he's had too much work done on his face. I don't think the Academy will be comfortable giving him the award because he's had just a little too much help.
He already won 18 years ago.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Goodbye
That's-
Girl,
yeah,
beating Travolta in Saturday Night Fever.
Yeah.
More hooey.
Anthony Hopkins, Nixon, Sean
Now, that
Penn.
was a fabulous
Boy,
performance.
was there ever a greasier, scarier guy than Sean Penn in this Dead Men Walking
Fabulous.
thing?
Yeah, and he's inarticulate. That's what's beautiful.
Want a film to rent, Dave? You're a connoisseur of great American movies.
Yeah.
The Falcon and the Snowman with
Oh,
Sean
I've seen
Penn.
it. I saw it when it was first released.
Excellent.
Yeah, I don't know if it was that good. Susan Sarandon, I would like to see her win because I like her. I like
very
her.
good, yeah.
Elizabeth Shue leaving Las Vegas. Sure.
So what is this, a
Excellent
reading
job.
of the
What about
list
that
of
Showgirls? How come that
nominees or what? Why
Showgirls
don't you
didn't
throw
get
a few
anything?
I
questions
don't
my
know,
way?
Dave. More hooey. More hooey.
Meryl Streep wins like 2 or 3 every year.
This is her 10th nomination.
She wins them in the summer.
And 10th nomination. You know who that ranks her with? Jack Nicholson, Betty Davis, and Sir Lawrence Olivier.
Well,
the record is
she
Hepburn with
deserved it.
12.
God bless her.
She's going to go past
What
Hepburn.
about the Academy snubbing Barbara Streisand again this year?
She didn't make a picture,
Didn't
Dave.
make a film. That's not the point. She was still snubbed.
More hui.
Emma Thompson, Sense and Sensibility.
Boring British.
You guys ready? You ready?
Hey, are you ready?
Got to do a commercial. They're going to hop on the scales. We'll be right back. Ladies and gentlemen, Siskel and Ebert here. In a couple of minutes, we're going to have Gene and Roger get on the scale. I've already guessed their combined weight, and then after that, I'm going to guess the combined weight of Neil Diamond and the Best in Show from the Westminster Kennel Club. So it's going to be unbelievable. Just stay where you are. The fun is just beginning. Jackie Chan was here last night.
Excellent.
Now, we were talking about, he is, without question, the biggest box office name in the world, isn't he?
No.
Outside the United States.
Schwarzenegger.
More than Schwarzenegger?
No, no more than
No,
Schwarzenegger.
not more. No.
Really, but he's
Outside the
certainly
United
huge,
States,
isn't he?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yes,
but
yeah.
he's not very well known in this
He's
country.
very gifted. He's like Fred Astaire in the sense that he takes all the props, like a couch or a grocery cart, anything he can get his hands on, and uses that as part of his martial arts activity.
Seems like a very nice guy.
Yeah.
His new picture's a lot of fun. He's flat out entertaining.
Now, what about this Broken Arrows thing? Did you guys like that?
Broken Arrow, I actually set a record on our show. I actually changed my opinion during the show.
So you started out not liking it?
I started out liking mixed review. I was right on the fence. We have to go thumbs up or
He gave
down.
a thumbs up.
And then I thought, you know,
then I said something.
Yeah.
And then he thought, gee, Roger's
something
right.
thought-provoking. And you changed
No, he
your
just reaffirmed my doubts in the picture. So I said, rather than, you know, be nervous and protective, I'm going to be honest, which I try to be always on the show. And so I said, you know what, I'm giving it thumbs down. Roger, do you want to change your vote on Cop and a Half with Burt Reynolds and the little boy? And of course, Roger, being totally insecure,
Gene, do
Roger
you still,
said, no, I don't want to.
do you still feel, Gene, that Silence of the Lambs was a bad picture?
Not a bad picture, but I couldn't give it thumbs up.
No.
How about thoroughly...
Apocalypse
Wait a minute,
Now.
Roger. How about thoroughly modern... How about thoroughly modern Millie?
Huh?
He gave Thoroughly Modern Millie 4 stars.
I don't know what that means. But
I don't
anyway,
either. I really don't.
Getting
I
back
don't
to
have
the
a clue.
Broken Arrow, so you ended up not liking it, you didn't like it.
They
Listen.
should have reversed the casting. Christian Slater as the bad guy, John Travolta as the good guy. It would have worked better.
Yeah. Now, did you guys notice in this film, because I've seen most of it, did you notice in this film Christian Slater has a new haircut?
No.
Yes, I did notice.
Wow.
You're fixated on hair, aren't you?
Oh, man, I'm a film buff. I'm a regular maven.
You are.
What's like your favorite movie? If you say, okay, Gene, you only get one more movie to watch, which one would you go and take?
I would probably watch 2001.
Yeah, that's
because I would be wanted to get to another plane of existence, the Star Baby.
That ain't going to happen. And you, Roger?
I would just sort of...
Imagining me as the Star Baby?
Yeah, it's kind of
How about
tickling me,
imagining
yes.
yourself as the Star Baby?
Well, I can see that more easily, yes.
So, I mean, what would you think?
I'd
here?
like to see Citizen Kane.
Citizen Kane. Well,
Yes.
sure, you can't go wrong there.
No, you can't go wrong.
You're not going to ask me?
I just kind of
How
see
about you?
myself as Citizen Kane.
Mighty Ducks, me.
Mighty Ducks.
1 or 2?
Oh, there was a sequel?
Yeah.
Oh, man, my weekend is set. All right, here we go, boys. Come on. Here we go.
Hey.
Well, I'll need a pencil and a pad of paper. Give me a pencil and a pad of paper here. Okay, there's the pencil.
Hey, wait a
All
minute.
right.
What's our number?
Wait a minute.
Is the
just a second
camera
here.
going to
Hang
show
on.
the scale? or
No,
is that
no,
gonna...
no. I'm the only one that's going to
okay.
see it. Just relax. Don't worry
Look,
about
you can see. You can read the
Okay,
numbers
here
right
I have.
there, look.
This card is my prediction right here. All right.
Can I write down mine?
Wait, I don't think you get to predict. You just get on there and be weighed. You're just meat for the
Okay, here we
purpose of
go.
this. You're nothing but meat.
Oh, they're showing it.
No, don't show it. Don't show it. Don't show it. Okay, all right. Thank you very much. We'll call you. Thank you. Take the cup down to the lab. The nurse will meet you in the booth. Oh, man.
Here, hold my money.
Man, you screwed everything for me, buddy.
I know. Oh, that's not true.
Okay.
Wow. That's heavy, isn't it, Gene?
Way heavy.
Oh, I know,
Dave,
that's
let me
way
just
heavy.
get on
Let me
here.
just see
It's
what I
way
am, just
heavy,
for the hell of
Dave.
it.
It's way heavy.
215.
175, ladies and gentlemen. 175.
Okay.
The actual combined weight of Gene and Roger, 490. Here now is my prediction. It's a grand night for Hollywood, isn't it, boys?
Why?
I'm amazed.
Sure
Gene
beats the
weighs
opposite.
50 pounds more
Well, yeah,
than I
that's what
predicted.
screwed me up because I'll tell you, I had
Don't get into these numbers.
Don't get into these
I had
numbers.
Gene at 210. I had Gene at
he's
210,
way
and I
heavier
was a
than that,
little
yeah.
low. And I
Who
had
would have
you.
believed that Gene
I
weighed
had
more
you a
than
little-
300 pounds?
I had you a little light as well. Now, I want to do something. I want to. You guys live in Chicago still, down there in Oprah land. What I would like to do is come to Chicago one night, and we'll just go nuts. We'll just get stinking drunk, and we'll go out and eat steaks all night. All right?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah.
Good to see you.
Pleasure.
Thank you very much,
Thank you,
Gene. Roger, thank you. Siskel, Ebert. We'll be right back with Neil Diamond.
Many of you watched David Letterman tonight as he laughed his way through a primetime special. But Letterman and his Tonight Show rival Jay Leno are not laughing about HBO's The Late Shift, Saturday's made-for-cable TV movie that shows the behind-the-scenes battle to replace Johnny Carson. Gene Siskel has the inside story.
David Letterman. Jay Leno.
That's the way you normally see Dave and Jay. Upbeat smiles to uproarious applause.
Hey, David. Oh, hey, Jay, how you doing?
But here's the way Dave and Jay are portrayed in The Late Shift, awkwardly grasping for Johnny Carson's vacated desk. Both Jay and Dave told me over the weekend, however, that they hate the way they're portrayed in the movie.
I think the choice that the actor who was playing me made was Dave as some kind of circus chimp, some kind of simian version of Dave, and oh, by the way, in addition to that, how about red hair?
How about your mannerisms? You squint a little bit, you're a little uptight.
Oh, come on, a little uptight. So I squint, so I'm a little uptight. What do you care?
Tomorrow, NBC will announce that Jay Leno has been named the next host of The Tonight Show.
But The Late Shift movie is about more than just impersonating Jay and Dave. I think it does a good job taking us behind the showbiz curtain and into the sometimes deadly serious business of being funny. I think that's what really bothers Letterman. Like all performers, he wants to keep the curtain drawn.
I just don't know that it needs to be exposed. I mean, if Doug Henning invited the audience backstage to look at all of the monkeys he had in boxes, you know, then they'd think, well, this is no trick. It's all a thing. You know, so there's no point. Television and show business is supposed to be effortless.
Thanks a lot, and welcome to The Tonight Show.
As for Leno's reaction to The Late Shift, he swore to me he hasn't seen it, but still has objections based on hearsay from friends and colleagues who have. He's been told his character looks like a freak in the movie, that he's not funny, and that he's also a ratings loser, which is certainly no longer the case.
Guess so.
But anyone who sees The Late Shift, Leno included, can't really quarrel with the film's best performance, Oscar winner Kathy Bates, as Leno's former producer, Helen Kushnick, fired 3 years ago. Here's the breakup scene.
Goodbye, Helen.
Don't you leave me, you two-faced bastard!
What do you want to do? What do you want to do? What do you want to do? You want to break this? You want to break this? It's broken.
That wild scene occurred after the NBC network gave Leno an ultimatum. Get rid of her or they'd get rid of him. If anything, however, a source close to Leno told me that portrayal you just saw might be a little tame. Kushnick, the source said, was even more frantic at the end. My conclusion, real people rarely like the way they're portrayed in movies. Well, that's their problem. I like The Late Shift, not as much as the book, but definitely enough to recommend it for weekend viewing.
All right, Gene.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're here for a very, very, very special installment of The Late Show. Tonight, all night long, Siskel will be looking for Ebert.
Roger! Where are you, Roger? Roger? Dave? Have you seen Roger?
No, I haven't.
Roger? Where are you, Roger? Roger?
How about that? Hey, how about that? Hey, how about that? Siskel looking for Ebert. Hey, how about that?
And that's not just once. That'll happen all night long, ladies and gentlemen. All right, a good title for this scene would be A, Caught Off Guard, B, a private moment. C, prospecting for gold. I know, it's sickening, isn't it? It's sickening. There's no getting around it. It's sickening.
Roger.
But it could have been worse.
Golden delicious topping. Hey, Tommy, come here, boy.
All night
Come here,
long.
boy.
All night long.
Come on,
Siskel
Tommy.
looking for Ebert. Not just twice, ladies and gentlemen, all night long. So if you really love it now, think how you're going to feel in about 45 minutes. Angelica Houston, I like her. She's a very nice woman. Very nice, very attractive, very smart, very sensible, talented.
Roger.
Oh, this. I'll be so
Roger,
glad
where
when
are
this is
you?
over. Where is he? There, all night long.
Roger.
Siskel is looking. Oh.
Gene.
One is doing this.
Right.
One of those guys has never done this before.
Right.
Which one has never done that
directed
before?
somewhere.
Is that it? Are we done all night long with the Siskel looking for Ebert? Is that it? Yes. That's it. That's the grand finale. Termine. We can think of some other stuff to do. Ladies and gentlemen, like I need to tell you, for the last 20 years, our first guests have reviewed motion pictures with thumbs up or thumbs down, and occasionally, they've even been known to give a film the finger. Here now, to usher in the big-time summer blockbuster film season, do me a favor, welcome Siskel and Ebert. Here we go, boys! Thank you very much, boys, and as always, welcome to the big show.
Hey, Dave, have you ever been tempted when we walk out to hug us like you hug the other guests?
Let's give it a try. Let's do the whole thing over. Here we go. We're going to hug Siskel and Ebert. Bring them out. We're right over there, boys. We're right over there. Come on. Come on, Roger. You want to be hugged? Come on, you want to be hugged. Get in over this. Come on. I got my work cut out for me now, don't I? Ladies and gentlemen, how about a nice hand for Siskel and Ebert?
Whenever he has,
so smart.
whenever
He
he
is
has
so
some
smart.
beautiful actress on, he always
hey.
whispers something
I got
in
a
her ear
question.
first, you know,
Yeah.
privately.
I know what he
back there.
does.
Ever notice that?
Roger.
He's over there. He's over there.
Tell me about
Yeah.
the Cannes experience. First of all, is it Cannes? Is it
Cannes? It's Cannes, yes.
Cannes. Yeah. Did you
Cannes.
go, Gene? Did you go?
No, I did not go.
And this, of
Cannes.
course, is like the best-known film festival
It is.
in all the land.
Yes,
Isn't
it
it?
is.
All the
Yes,
world?
50,000 people were there this
Right
year.
there on the Côte d'Azur.
The Côte d'Azur.
Côte
yes.
d'Azur, yes.
Côte d'Azur.
Do you speak French? Parlez-vous français?
Oh, he
mais oui,
speaks
monsieur.
French
Oui, oui,
beautifully.
Je m'appelle
Nous allons parler.
Tell him your
Je m'appelle
favorite. Come on,
Tire-Bouchon.
Roger. Tell him your favorite phrase. More croissant.
Ah, please. Très mignon. Très mignon.
Encore.
And on,
Garçon, encore, s'il vous plaît.
Tant pis.
and on samedi soir, Saturday night, he says, more croissant avec frites. See?
With fries.
You got it.
Yeah, there you go.
You're the best.
Now, all right.
You're the
Now,
best.
that notwithin, give us an
Voulez-vous
example.
coucher
Give us a
avec moi?
feeling, if you
No.
can. Help us here. Now, understand the Cannes experience.
I'd be happy to,
Yeah.
yes. Well, 50,000 people go there for 2 weeks.
A lot of
almost.
topless babes on the beach.
Yeah. I thought you were interested more in the cinematic aspect.
Yes, but set the ambience. We're looking for the ambience.
There were a lot of topless babes all over the beach and driving up and down the main boulevards in the backs of convertibles with all their clothes off, and standing in fountains.
Really?
And jumping up on tables in the restaurants and cafes.
Wait a minute.
And in the casinos, nudity.
You can drive naked? In France?
A passenger. You can't drive. You have to.
Because, I mean, the shoulder belt, I mean, good God, with the chafing alone would...
They don't have those kinds of laws over there. You can actually stand up naked in the back of a car in France. Yes.
No, really?
Yes, la voiture, the car.
Exactly,
yes,
sure.
And voiture topless, it's called.
And then you go, you spend all of your day going to screenings, going to see films?
Well, I spend a little time on the beach and, watching the, and watching...
What do you wear on the beach? What don't you wear on the beach?
Basically dressed just like this.
Why is that of interest to you?
I've never seen him. I've never seen him in a bathing
This is
suit.
my beach wear.
All right, this is going nowhere fast, boys. I tell you what, let's get right to the summer block.
You know why I don't go to the Cannes Festival? I watch the Bulls.
Yeah, but you can watch the Bulls in France as well.
Yes, but you can't have the physical experience of watching the Bulls. You can get the movies. You know, they do put them in cans and send them over to the United States.
Yeah.
It's very important to Gene to be seen watching the Bulls. You know, like New York has Spike Lee and L.A. has Jack Nicholson.
Chicago?
And we have...
Gene Siskel.
Oprah Winfrey's been there.
No,
they wonder why they talk. I wonder why they call us the second city.
Thank you.
I would like to schedule a weekend with you guys where I fly into Chicago.
Be fun? Yeah.
You guys pick me up at the airport and you give me like a real traditional Chicago experience.
Oh, we'd be happy
cocktails,
to do that.
first of all, started out with cocktails. You, me, Oprah,
at the top of the Hancock Center.
Whatever you want to do.
How about some nude driving with the belt across your chest?
Yes. Yeah, but I want to have like cocktails and hors d'oeuvres, crudité with the Oprah.
You got it.
We can
you
arrange
do that?
Yeah.
I can arrange it.
Oprah doesn't like me.
Oh, yes, she does.
No,
she likes you very much.
Can you guys patch that up?
Of course.
Because I like Oprah. I think the world of Oprah.
She's
Oprah
a great
don't
talent.
like me.
Well, what does she have against you?
Well, I think years and years ago we made fun of her.
Only of her money.
You didn't.
Yeah.
I mean,
I think we did.
Oprah
what show was that on?
Oprah wouldn't allow anything like a fat joke to offend her, would she?
Now this was in our defense. In our defense, this is before we had no idea she was going to be such a big, powerful star.
In other words, you attacked her.
Yeah, that's right, sure, yeah.
You would have been sucking up.
That's right.
So you were giving her publicity at the time because she was hardly known.
All right, boys, here we go.
You did
Let's
that
get
more
to the summer
croissant
block
joke with Oprah that got her turned off.
Mission Impossible. Have you seen the film?
Yes, I have.
Because of Tom Cruise.
I didn't understand it. I didn't understand it, but I liked it anyway.
That's right. Because
nobody can understand it.
No one understands it, but they do follow Tom Cruise because he's so intent on following the story.
Right, but you know what? And why I've not seen this film, but I'm going to say I don't like it. Can I borrow a ballpoint pen from one of you guys? I don't seem to have a writing instrument here. I want to keep score of this. The problem I have with Mission Impossible is that it's a TV show. Don't make movies out of TV shows. You know what I'm saying?
They've been doing that for the last 5 or 6 years.
How about The Fugitive?
Late Show.
What about the Brady Bunch?
It shouldn't have been done.
None of those should have.
Think of new ideas. Think of new ideas. That's
I agree
my
with
point.
you.
Okay.
The Beverly Hillbillies stuff.
What about Sizzler? The big movie. I'm sorry, Twister. I keep thinking it's Sizzler. That'd be a film.
Listen, the story was really, really stupid, but the tornadoes were really, really great.
Yeah, but I mean,
you know that they can get when they farm out the special effects to like ILM, George Lucas's company. You know the special effects are going to be great. So why not take an extra month and write a good story? That's really they're going to rope you in with the special effects. Give us a story.
But is it a family that's being chased around the country by a tornado?
Absolutely right.
No, it's even worse. No.
Yeah.
Whoa! There it comes! Roll up the windows. It's a twister!
It's people who are chasing the tornadoes around the country.
Yeah,
storm chasing.
And I love Helen Hunt, by the way. I think Helen Hunt's going to be a huge star. Don't you think she's
she
terrific?
gets the guy.
Yeah, she's terrific. Yeah. But in the film, there's like in one 12-hour period, they spot like 100 tornadoes.
Yeah, it's a real good day.
It's a good day.
It's a good day for storm chasing.
Atmospheric conditions were just right.
And they never get a scratch. There are farms, tractors, cows, drive-in theaters flying through the air past them. They never get a scratch.
The lesson for children is if you're a movie star, you can stand very close to a tornado.
Right in the middle of it.
Yes.
The suck hole, it's called, the middle of the tornado. We learned that. Right? No.
All right, boys.
Right at the beginning of the film, they define the tornado
I wish you had
term.
left that in your dressing room.
You were in a multiplex.
That's what they say in the movie.
All right, you're making us all sick.
That was a different movie.
But in the beginning...
Right at the beginning of the twister.
No, there was no suck hole in Twister.
Yes, there was.
Not in the version I saw.
Oh, yes, there was. Yes.
There was no suck hole in Twister.
How much you want to bet?
What movie couldn't use a suck hole? Now, We have to do a commercial, and then we'll return with Siskel and Ebert, our new friends from Chicago. Roger Ebert right there and Gene Siskel. Andrew Shue is on the program and Dana Gould. Let's talk about a couple of the other big movies. The Phantom. Is that a movie about
a guy in a pink rubber suit?
Good going, Gene. It's purple.
A guy in a purple rubber suit.
It's not purple. It's made out of cloth.
Yeah, but where's the suck hole? I think that's what we all want to know.
A guy in a purple cloth neoprene, I don't care what it is, Roger.
He runs around?
Runs around on a horse in a jungle.
It's a good film?
It's a fabulous picture.
Really?
It's a great looking picture.
Who's in the movie?
Billy Zane. Nice going, Roger.
Yeah. And Christy Swanson plays the girl. And Treat Williams is the villain. Yeah. And it's a lot of fun, and it's PG rated. Written by some of the same people that made the Indiana Jones pictures. It's good for the whole family. It's an adventure picture, and it's a lot of fun, and it's very entertaining.
But let me
I
ask
laughed at the hero, and I like the villain.
I know we all talk about having family entertainment and movies that the entire family can go to see. But don't you think if the family really is spending their time at the movies that there's something wrong?
Exactly. They don't go together.
Don't you think there's something desperately wrong at the house?
Yeah,
the
all
entire
four
family
people walking in together.
What I was trying to say is
the last a movie for the whole family.
Yeah.
Well, that's a mistake.
That's exactly what kids want to do, is go with mom and dad
But
together
a lot of the
as a
summer
unit.
special effects pictures are so intense and so violent. Like Twister begins before the titles. A little girl sees her father
gets sucked up into the suck hole.
So to speak. Yes, disappears into the tornado and never seen again.
But no, at
now
the
what's
end,
that going to make the little girls in the audience feel like?
At the end, he comes
No,
back
he
down.
doesn't.
Yes,
No,
he does.
no. It's 30 years later
at
at
the end. They find the tornado that got him, and he comes back down.
He's been circulating for 30 years. He died of starvation.
And he was more than a little dizzy. Okay, what about The Rock? That'd be a good one.
No, that's really an entertaining movie. Connery and
Sean
Cage
Connery
and Ed Harris, great performances. Again, great special effects. The special effects this summer in all of these pictures.
It wore me out. Yeah. It wore me out. It was like speed on speed.
Yeah. You know what they ought to do? When there's a special effects scene, the screen ought to go blank, and then a little signal, little words come up, say, use your imagination.
Yeah.
And then you close your eyes.
They save $50 million.
Yeah,
Things are going to move fast.
Yeah, why don't we do this show on the radio?
Yeah, right. My point exactly.
Nicholas
Flipper.
Cage.
Did you guys see Flipper?
Yeah, I saw
Did you like
Flipper.
Flipper?
Yeah, no, I didn't.
Really?
Oh, taking a
certain,
position here.
No, it had certain qualities, but it was
What
kind
were
of
those
predictable.
qualities?
Stupidity.
Yeah, easy. You know, Paul Schaefer, our good friend Paul Schaefer, made an appearance in Flipper. Yes,
That's
Paul Schaefer in the summer blockbuster Flipper. Roll it. Here we go.
Finally got all my sheet music arranged alphabetically by artist. It's great. Look at this. ABBA, Aerosmith, Paul Anka, everything is... Hey, that's hot! Oh, no, what a disaster! My sheet music is ruined! I gotta pump out. Flipper, cut that out! Damn you, Flipper!
We made a movie out of a TV show.
That was a lot better than Cabin Boy.
Hey. There was nothing wrong with Cabin Boy.
Yeah.
Let's see, you
that
guys.
A tuna wouldn't have cured.
You guys have anything coming up? I don't see it here.
Nothing, Dave.
Our show plays all over the country.
Right,
Every week.
like to
We're
see
in
in
our
about 6
21st
months
year
for
now.
a checkup and a cleaning. There you go. Roger, always a pleasure. Have a great summer, sir. Gene,
Dave,
always a pleasure
thank
as
you.
well. Same to you.
Come to our
Roger
town.
and Gene and Roger, Siskel and Ebert. We'll be right back. Thanks, boys. Nice job.
Tim Weigel's up next.
16 years ago, everywhere you looked, you saw the initials JR. Coming up next, we'll talk with the stars of Dallas about all the hype over who shot JR.
And here's a picture, folks. Siskel and Ebert go up against David Letterman and Dennis Rodman on the basketball court. This one could be interesting.
David Letterman is in Chicago tonight. In just a few minutes, you'll see his show from its studio for tonight, the Steppenwolf Theater.
Gene Siskel is here to give us an exclusive preview of one small but very entertaining bit of the show.
I hope so. In about 25 minutes, you're going to see Dennis Rodman take David Letterman on a tour of Chicago, and an early stop on that tour, the Berto Center in north suburban Deerfield, where 4 big egos go 2-on-2.
You have tiny, narrow feet?
I don't have tiny, narrow. Nothing on me is tiny.
The teams, Letterman and Rodman versus Siskel and Ebert. And right away, Dave, as usual, depressed in public, needed some cheering up.
You don't have that boyish enthusiasm for this?
I do.
All right. I mean, this is fun. This is a fantasy. Come on.
This wasn't the first time Letterman, Roger, and I had played round ball. 2 years ago, we hooped it up in New Jersey, where Dave's partner was an old local.
You and me against Siskel and Ebert? All right, great.
Take it back, Rod.
There you go.
Yes. 2-0.
Back to Chicago. Roger wouldn't score this time, but that didn't faze me. I was in Bull's heaven.
I would rather be here than just about anywhere in the world. I love this.
Here's the action as you'll see it tonight, all scripted. Rodman dunking over Ebert.
Oh, milk it. Sure, screen time. Couldn't control the ball for an extra second.
Letterman, a Hoosier from way back, tried to psych me out with his dribble. Pretty good.
Hey, you got it.
But I can still hit the big shot.
Did you see that?
I heard something.
From back here.
And now it was Dave's turn to shoot. Just like he picks up the Bulls with his energy, Dennis Rodman juiced Dave.
David, make the shot. Yep.
After the game, I learned a secret about Dave's high school playing days and also about his mom, Dorothy.
Did you play high school basketball?
Yeah, I did. Sure.
For what team?
The Broad Ripple Rockets. I was on the Hatchet squad. I played reserve, second string reserve, never varsity. Never got into the game with less than 30 seconds to play.
Did your folks your mom come to the game?
With more than 30 seconds. Yeah, once they came and had to be escorted out.
You know, they shoot a lot of stuff for the show, so you'll have to tune in to see whether the centerpiece of that, the dunking, actually makes Dave and Dennis's tour. Roger and I did make one appearance that is in the actual finished tape. It happens at Buckingham Fountain, but I'm bound to secrecy and frankly too embarrassed to tell you about it. Tune in, you'll see why. Tomorrow night at 10, I'll show you a conversation I had with Dave and Dennis, with Rodman giving Letterman some advice on how to enjoy his life more. Dennis does make a lot of sense tomorrow night on our 10 o'clock news. Dennis has some real good advice for Dave on how to be out in public more, because Dennis is a master at enjoying himself in public.
Well, and Letterman seems pretty uptight, doesn't he?
Absolutely.
Even on the court there.
I know.
He wasn't enjoying it, I don't think.
That's Dave. What can I say? The thing he enjoys most? The show. The thing he enjoys second most? The show.
And I know what the secret is, and I'll tell people that you really have to watch this little bit that you're in. It's very, very funny.
It is funny. The payoff.
Nice special effects, by the way.
No.
That really looked like you really did it.
That was 5 feet behind the three-point line. First shot.
You are a star.
You know, we really have to move along now.
I missed all the others, by the way.
Special effects, folks. Paul?
Oh, boy. Give David Letterman some advice on 2 subjects he knows a lot about: hair and public appearances. Gene Siskel plays ref as they go one-on-one. Then Steve Basketball. Letterman show here in Chicago was certainly a big event here in the city this week, but we have got something that you didn't see on the show last night. Channel 2's Gene Siskel is here to tell us how he actually tried to help Dave while he was here preparing for the show.
Yes, Jay, help him with his life. Dave was in town a couple of weeks ago pre-taping some of the bits you saw last night, and then I had a chance to sit down with him and ask a prominent Chicagoan to give Dave advice in 2 areas that have troubled him greatly over the years.
It's The Late Show with David Letterman.
You rarely see David Letterman out and about in public. But Dennis Rodman always seems like he's going out.
Corky last night was very disappointed he didn't get to adjust my hair. Go ahead, knock yourself out.
Dave is always worried about his hair, checking it out frequently during his show.
You have to watch out for the Chicago water.
What's the matter with the water in
It's
Chicago?
so hard. It's so hard. Everybody has a bad hair day in Chicago. And
this is the least of my... What am I going to worry about it now? What possible difference could that make?
But Dennis never worries about his hair, unless it's time to give it a new dye job. Dave and Dennis, 2 very different public figures. That's why when they came together in Chicago recently, I sat them down at the Berto Center, where Dennis plays ball, and asked Dennis to try to loosen up Dave a bit. Dennis, seriously, Dave is a recluse. You get out in the public more. Do you have advice for Dave? You know, he doesn't do anything. The show is his life. We know all the rest.
Dave needs to get out just a little bit more. He should just get out and just have a good time.
Well, here's the problem. Whenever you get out of the house, there's guys like you shoving a microphone in your face.
Seriously, one thing you could say that he could do so he could get out more?
I'm telling you, if Dave was a little more expressive and a little more vocal, what he wants to really be and what he really want to do, I think a lot of people really respect Dave.
Yeah. I just think if you stay in the house, the respect increases. People have a lot of respect for me in my living room. You know, when I'm home during the day watching wrestling, I'm a very well-respected man.
You guys have different attitudes about your hair. Again, Dennis is very comfortable with his hair. Right. You're totally uncomfortable.
Well, yeah, but look at my hair. I mean, I have like the world's only growing toupee. So, you know, what is that? It can't be explained by medical science.
Dennis, what could you tell David to do to be more comfortable with his hair?
Just shave it off. That would be great. Just shave it off, David.
Dennis, let's take him out. What do you think? Let's just turn his lights off. I'll take the equipment. You take him. I'll get the equipment. You take care of it. I'll do the light stuff. Yeah, you take care of it.
And I want to know, Dave, do you have any advice on Dennis on how to handle celebrity?
I think Dennis has got it pretty well. I think Dennis could put a little handbook, straighten people out.
But he handles it. He can go anywhere.
I go anywhere because I put myself out there.
Mr. Big Shot.
That's right.
He can handle. He's Mr. Big Shot.
That's right. I'm Mr. Big Shot.
He makes his own rules.
I make my own rules, and no one can tell me what the hell to do because I live by what I like to live by.
Two very different public figures handling celebrity in two very different ways. And actually, if you think about it, I think they've both found a strategy that works for them. Dave is Johnny Carson-like private, and Dennis obviously gets away with being as bad or as good as he wants to be.
I just can't picture Dave in pearls, though.
No, but I could see him getting out more. He shouldn't be so afraid of it. Well, that's Dennis's smart message, I think.
Maybe he'll take your advice.
I hope he takes Dennis's.
Gene, thanks for coming in.
Okay.
Time now for us to take a look at the weather, and it was good as it wanted to be today.
Yeah, but you would not have seen David anywhere because it was too windy. You know,
Right.
the hair up. It was one of those hair days, right?
One of the best parts about travel, and by the way, I believe seriously, travel is the best investment one can make in oneself. And whenever we travel, and we've been doing a lot of it here lately with The Late Show, what I do, I like to come into town a couple of days early, call up a really good old friend, and just spend a day or two goofing around town. That's exactly what I did. Here, watch the videotape. I'll be right back. Stop the music. Stop the music. We can make this much funnier. Well, here come my baby, flashing a new gold tooth. Well, here come my baby, flashing a new gold tooth. Well, she's so small, she can mama in a payphone booth.
Okay, this is the moment you've been waiting for. Finally, you get to meet your long-lost twin brother from Kingston, Ontario. Say hello to Matt Schaefer.
Oh, you're kidding. So big! Look at you! Oh my God! Oh, you good! Oh, you look great! I got so many women, I don't know which way to jump.
Tungsten, Indiana. That's right there. All right, there. Ladies and gentlemen, if the show goes really well, and if you folks continue to be a delightful audience, maybe, at the end of the show, I'll put the dress back on. We'll be right back with the Chicago Top 10 list and the pet trip.